You know, we've all been sold this idea of a digital cloak of invisibility. This belief that if you just have the right tools, you can become a ghost online, totally hidden. But what if that's just a myth? Okay, let's really dive into this. Because the truth is, our digital privacy is way more fragile than most of us think. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. That sense of security we have, it can be shattered in a split second. Sometimes all it takes is one tiny, overlooked little flaw to just rip that mask right off and expose everything. So to really get a handle on the risk, first we need to understand the playing field. Most of us, we only ever see the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the internet, the stuff you can find on Google. But underneath that surface, whoa, there's a much, much bigger world. And this chart just shows you the insane scale we're talking about. The surface web, everything you and I find on Google, that's a tiny 5% of the whole thing. The other 95%? That's the deep web, stuff that isn't indexed, like your online banking or your email inbox. And buried in there is the even more hidden dark web. Okay, so how are you supposed to navigate this massive, hidden territory anonymously? Well, the gold standard is a tool called Tor, and it's designed to make you completely untraceable. Let's break down how it's supposed to work. The name Onion Router is actually perfect. I mean, think about it. It's like your data gets wrapped up in all these different layers of security, just like an onion. Then it sends that little data package on this wild, totally unpredictable trip around the world to hide where it came from. Now, I love this slide because it makes a super complex process really easy to get. Imagine a spy who has to get across a city without being seen. So first, he ducks into a kitchen and throws on a chef's apron to blend in. Then he slips out the back, changes into some overalls, and travels through the sewers. And finally, he pops up in his Target building looking sharp in a perfect suit. See? At every single step, his identity changes. And that is the secret sauce. That's the whole point. Just like our spy, no single computer in the entire Tor network knows the full story. One computer knows where the data started, and a different one knows where it's going. But they never ever talk to each other. That separation, that's the bedrock of its security. But here's the thing. Even the most sophisticated suit of armor has a weak spot. And this is where that whole promise of perfect anonymity just starts to crumble. It really goes to show you that a system is only as strong as its absolute weakest link. This slide shows the problem so clearly. On the left, you've got Tor's secure, winding path. That's our spy and all his different disguises. But then on the right, you see the fatal flaw, an old, outdated plugin like Flash. It just completely ignores the secure route. It basically carves its own direct path right back to you, pretty much shouting your real location to the world. And in that one single moment, it's game over. All of those layers of encryption, that whole global network of computers, poof, it's all worthless. That one little insecure plugin just broadcasts your real-world identity, your IP address, for anybody to see. And that brings us right back to our spy. It's that moment he comes out of the sewer, but instead of being in that perfect suit, he's just exposed. The mission's a failure. His cover is blown for good. It's not always about a high-tech software flaw, though. A lot of the time, the biggest vulnerability is, well, it's us. We accidentally leave behind this trail of digital breadcrumbs that can lead right back to who we are, even when we think we're being totally anonymous. I mean, just think about this. Somebody shares a quick photo, right? A private moment they think is just fleeting. But then, after some tragic event, that one image can become this permanent, public thing, totally ripped from its original personal context. That little breadcrumb is just left out there for the whole world to find. Or, and this is just heartbreaking, think about those stories you hear from places like Reddit, where people with terminal illnesses share their deepest, darkest fears, believing they're anonymous. But long after they're gone, those posts are still there, a public archive of their most private thoughts, just frozen in time forever. So all of this brings us to a really fundamental conflict. The very same tool that can be used to protect the vulnerable can also be used to empower the malicious. This is the core paradox of anonymity. And this slide just lays out that conflict so well. On one hand, anonymity is like a digital underground railroad. It's an absolute lifeline for activists and journalists living under oppressive regimes. But on the other hand, that same cloak of invisibility creates a breeding ground for the sinister,
where people feel like they can do whatever they want with zero consequences.
So, really, the big takeaway here is that the search for online privacy isn't some destination you just arrive at. It's a relentless, never-ending game of cat and mouse. For every new lock we build, someone out there is already figuring out how to pick it. The tech and the people using it are always changing.
And that really leaves us with this final, massive question to chew on. When a single plugin can completely destroy the most complex security system in the world, and our own digital breadcrumbs can betray us, what does privacy even mean anymore? Is this ideal of true anonymity something we should keep fighting for? Or are we all just chasing a ghost?